bless the labyrinth for future walks. Let's give them a warm welcome.
Hello, my name is Don, and my name is Apache and Pima from Arizona. We are from the Salt River, and that's out in Phoenix. And what we do is that we always have what is called plant life. Plant life is what we give in offering, because life is plants, and plants is life, we give life. And so as an offering, every time we need something, we give an offering, and it's called tobacco. Tobacco is a healing. We have three different, items that we have. And tobacco, the first plant of tobacco when it's green, it's a drawing swab. And it still has its power today. When I was with the Red Hat family, the 7 sacred arrow keepers, I had a cut on my foot. That was a pretty good one. And with that, they offered tobacco, and I said, yes, I would love that. It's a drawing swab for cuts, knives, arrowhead wounds that we had in history. And so that was like the first thing that we would have. Tobacco is also that when we need something, we give something back. That's a male. Females have sage, is what we give in offering. And the third is that we have it is always called the Chanupa. And the Chanupa is the Lakota people, the white buffalo calf woman. It was a sacred woman that came to the people to offer the tobacco and offer the sacred pipe, the Chanupa, sacred pipe. Some people have it called it as a peace pipe. We understand, because it is about peace. But the language that we do have is called Chanupa. And that's what we have is for tobacco. And we give thanks. Tonight, as we give an offering, my grandfather, one of the grandfathers was Bill Tall Featheredge, was an Oklahoma Cherokee. He was also a beloved elder. And he always gave the tobacco to the ground, to what is called Mother Earth. Without Mother Earth, we would have not much. Without no females, we would not be here at all. They are the providers and givers of life, and so is Mother Earth. And we give thanks to this. And as we're on top of the hill up right here, we're very close to Father Sky. And so with this mountain and Father Sky, it was called marriage. And with this marriage, we are the children that walk on this earth. And when we walk on this earth, we learn the mission of life. We learn about family life. It's a bond, it's a trust, and it's life. And so as we walk this journey, and we walk in the clockwise motion, it's timing, it's rhythm, it's personal rhythm and timing. Personal rhythm and timing is very sacred, because now we can be ourselves and be centered. And so through this, we always have rhythm and rhyme activate sacred time. So rhythm and rhyme always brings sacred time. And once you speak the truth, you know it by rhythm and rhyme. And so a grandmother who was one of my elders was a Wolf Clan elder, teacher. Her name is Grandmother Twyla Nitch. She was the Wolf Clan elder of the Seneca Nation. She has passed on, but she has brought a lot of people together. And one is called the Wolf Clan and the Wolf Clan Teachings. And then with that, we brought in what's called the Wolf Song, where we have about 150 elders around the world that we sit in council and speak and learn from. And like each and every one of us has a story. We are teachers. We learn from each other. We have what is called experiences, emotions, and awarenesses. So with this in this day, I say, oh great mystery, we wait to another sun, grateful for the gifts bestowed, granted one by one. Grateful for the greatest gift, the precious breath of life. Grateful for the abilities that guide us day and night. As we walk our chosen path, the lessons we must learn, Spiritual peace and happiness rewards the life we earn. And the grandmother, she always said, was Daniho Yahweh Sawenio. It is said, thank you, great mystery. And this is in honoring of her. One day when I went to a council of internationals. It was down in Florida, Brick City, Ocala. So one thing what I did was I learned from the rabbis. We had the rabbi, we had Scotland, England, Germany, that were all present with their traditional regalias that they would have and share. And with the rabbis, they had the scrolls that were over 500 years old. And they showed me what they were saying in the pointer on the lambskin that they had. And they said that this church burnt down. I mean, not the church, but, the temple that they had, that, these things were still here and were untouched from the fire. And so with this, I always said, Daniho Yahweh Sawenio, so the rabbi said, does he know what he thinks he said? Does he understand our language? But they were speaking their language. I said, yes. I said, yes, I understand what you mean. I said, the language that I speak is in Seneca, Sawenio, it is Yahweh. Yahweh means thank you, but in your language it means the creator. I said, let's put this together and shake hands and say, Yahweh Skinner. Or Yahweh, Yahweh, thank you, creator, to bring this bond together. And so with that, we give a blessing and purifying and cleansing. The other plant life that we have was called sage. Sage is a giving and offering. When we burn sage, we purify. When we purify for the sage, it's good heart, good mind, and good spirit. Because it's the top, it's the closest to the Creator. It's not so much the hair. The hair is a spirit. There is a connection. But to learn from the sage, good heart, good mind, good spirit, and then speak. Because then you could speak clearly. You could speak clearly without wouldn't, shouldn't, couldn't, try, can't, won't, use, believe, and all those bad words that we don't speak about. But I hear a lot of, don't you? But with this, I'm saying is, a lot of times the word use. Do you use your friends, or do you have your friends? So I always say have. That's some things that I've learned in my walks. And the other one is, do you believe? When I believed, when I was going to school, was in first or kindergarten, when they said 2 + 2 = 4. I believed it, that they were teaching. But now, do I still believe it, or do I know the answer? I know the answer. So now that you don't believe, because it was a guess, but now you know the answer. And so that's how we speak clearly with the good heart, good mind, and good spirit. Because you'll feel it, you'll hear it, and you'll understand it. Right here. The other one I have in here is called cedar. Cedar is another purifying. It's also like this circle. Nothing will enter this circle if it's not purified by cedar. So if the spirits that are walking this earth that do not understand what we are doing, the cedar will let them know that everything is good. As we say, wash day, everything is good. And that's why you see grandfather in some of the movies go like this. It means everything is good. And then you see him go like this. And then he'll say their language and say hello. Like a lot of times we hear, ho, cola. Ho cola. Ho cola and aho cola. And then Hollywood made it how. I already know how. I have children. We do. But just the speaking from the heart to all the people, I have nothing to hide. And that's with the hand. And just like the cedar, it puts the hand out to make sure everything's being watched and being cared of. And what I mean by the hand is the baby, the teenage, the adult, the elders, and the great mystery, Creator, working together and not at war. And that's why we have our hands open. So sage, cedar, tobacco. And then the next one is called sweetgrass. Sweetgrass is an element that we would have that grows in the plains, the swamplands. And the life that we have from the sweetgrass, it's braided. How many people have seen Jamani Tutanka Owachi? Dances with Wolves. In Dancing with Wolves, the Pawnee was attacking the Lakota people. And so you see two children in a teepee and the mother having a braid of sweetgrass. And you see the children purifying. So sweetgrass that we have is purifying and cleansing, but it gives you harmony. And harmony is what we need. Harmony is the circle. And so when we make a circle with the sweetgrass and braid, we put it over our doors for a good heart and harmony for the people. And so these are the elements that we would have in what is called the sage bowl, the purifying bowl, or the abalone shell, where it grows in the peaceful ocean of the Pacifics. And that's when we started trading with the people and learning about the beauty of the shell. And that's when we started making the conch shell belts, the abalone shell belts, and trading back in the 1800s. And so these things that I bless and then I say as I walk, just like I was giving offering of tobacco, now we're going to make a big giant circle and go around Rabbith, and I'm going to ask Roy to walk with me inside the circle and learn about this journey walk. And what I mean by this journey walk that we're going to make around the circle is that our nation emblem is the maze. And we do understand what the maze means. It's a journey walk of many challenges and changes that you create as you make your steps closer to the Creator. That's how we learn. Every turn, everything. How many turns did it make you to come here? It's just like the maze. That's how we learn. So if everybody rise up and we'll make a big giant circle around the ladder.